Good morning, students. We are continuing our chapter Fundamental of Life, NCERT Science, chapter 5, class 9th. Now, we already studied about what is cell, part of cells. Now, some remaining topics we didn't discuss, and it was approximately given in your book, only their names and some examples. So we will study brief. We will study about cells, who discover cells, living cells and dead cells. Now we will study some various cells that is found in our human body. Mostly we all know about that. Blood cell, RNA, ribonucleic acid, means red blood cell. Okay, this is the structure of red blood cell. This is ovum that is found in a female. This is fat cell. This is bone cell, muscle cell, sperm and neuron cell. These all are the cells that is found in our body. In that, neuron cell is the longest cell in our body, and this is the structure, how they looks like. Okay, sperm is found in a male reproductive parts and ovum is found in a female reproductive parts. Fat cell is found in our muscles, bone cell is found in our bone, red blood cells is found in our blood, muscle cells that is also found in our muscles. So you have to learn how to draw this, because mostly in our examinations, mostly these questions are coming, draw and explain the neuron cell. Okay, so this is an important structure. It mostly comes in examination 2 or 1 and 2 marks questions. Okay, now some topics that is remaining in this chapter, that is movement of substance through plasma membrane. Means there are 2 type of movements in our body. One is diffusion and one is osmosis. Both are quite similarly. What is diffusion? It is the spontaneous movement of a substance from high concentration region, like oxygen and carbon dioxide can move across the cell membrane. I will give you examples, then you clearly understand what is diffusion. Everyone, when you are going to a party, when you are going for such a special places, so everyone will spread a perfume in your body, on your body, right, on your cloth, perfume. What happen when you diffuse the perfume? So it will give a quite fragrance, means good smell. Okay, good fragrance. But after some time, we will spread a perfume here, but after some time the smell of the perfume will spread whole over the room. Why? Because through the process of diffusion. Here, when you diffuse the perfume on your body, here the concentration of perfume fragrance is very high. Okay, so and the concentration of perfume in all over the room is low. So after some time the fragrance of the perfume will spread whole over the room, because the perfume where we have sprayed the perfume, here it is high concentration. So it is the process, it is the movement that the molecules, the water molecules of the fragrance is transferred from higher concentration to lower concentration. It is called diffusion process. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is the process which is transferring the molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. This is called diffusion. Okay, now when we are inhaling the oxygen, so the oxygen is completely in our atmosphere. So when we will inhale the oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, this is also the process of diffusion. Okay, why? Because when we are taking oxygen, the concentration of oxygen in the atmosphere is very high, but in our lungs it is very low. So the oxygen in atmosphere is higher concentration, in our lungs the oxygen is lower concentration, so it transfer from higher concentration to lower. After some time carbon dioxide is produced as a byproduct. Okay, so the concentration of carbon dioxide in our lungs is very high and outside it is very low. So that's why we inhale the carbon dioxide, because it is a process of diffusion from higher concentration to lower. Now this time carbon dioxide is higher in our lungs and in our atmosphere it is lower concentration, so the carbon dioxide we exhale. So understand how the diffusion process is going in our body. Now osmosis, this is also same as diffusion, but osmosis process is happening in a cell to transferring materials inside and outside the cell. That process is called osmosis. The movement of water molecules through plasma membrane called osmosis. What is plasma membrane? It has a selectively permeable, we already studied. What is selectively permeable? It is the nature in which plasma membrane will allow to some materials to go inside and outside, and that is called selectively permeable. So the process through which this is happening, this work is happening in the cell by the process of osmosis. So you understand what is diffusion and what is osmosis. Now diffusion is mostly for gases and osmosis is mostly for water, liquid. Now this is the last topic that is remaining in this chapter, we didn't discuss, so we will discuss and complete our chapter. What happen when cell put in water solution of sugar or salt? If we put the cell in water, water solution means sugar or salt, in which sugar and salt will as a solute in the solution. So what happen when we put the cell? If the concentration of water inside the cell is increase, then it will osmosis, by the osmosis process it will take out the water outside. Why? Because the concentration of water in the cell is high and in the solution is less, so it will by the process of osmosis it will sink the water, outside, so the cell will be sink, okay, contract. So here it was the symbol, the concentration is high inside and concentration is decreased outside, so the cell will diffuse the water outside. Now this is in here the concentration of water outside and inside is equal, so it will continue replace the water continuously, so it doesn't have any movement. Okay. Now here the concentration of water is less inside, but concentration of water outside is very high, so it will gain the water. Here it will lose the water. Why? Because concentration inside is high, here concentration inside is low, so it will gain the water and it will relaxed. Okay. So these three things happening when we put cell in a salt or sugar solution. So type of solution on the basis of concentration, we already discussed about three types in which when we put cell in sugar or salt solution, these three things happening. So the first thing in which water lose, why? Because the concentration of water inside is high and outside is low. So this type of solution is called hypertonic solution. So in hypertonic solution, concentration of solution inside is high and outside is low, so it will lose the water and the cell will be shrink. Okay. Now isotonic solution, here in second case, in inside and outside the water concentration is equal, so it doesn't lose or doesn't gain the water. So due to this, cell gain equal amount of water which is loosed. If it will lose some water, then simultaneously it will gain the water at the same time. So this is called isotonic solution. Last, hypotonic solution. So in third case, the concentration of water inside the cell is low, so it will gain the water. So that type of solution is called hypotonic solution. Concentration of solution outside the cell is more than inside the cell. Due to this, cell gain water and swell up and may be burst. So here water will gain inside from the outside, so it will swell up and burst. So this is the diagram, systematic diagram of this three solution. In first solution, the concentration of water is high inside and low outside, so it will lose the water. Here the concentration of both inside and outside is same. Here the concentration of water outside is high and inside is low, so it will gain, the cell will gain the water. So this is our last topic that we doesn't studied in in previous two videos. So we will completely cover the whole topic, nothing is remaining. So I think you have cleared this chapter. So if you have any doubt, then you will write in the comment box and I will clear your doubts. Thank you.